Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Friday, November 17th, 2017. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. We got quite a rejection off the lows and a continuation in the previous session here. Again, this was based off of the rejection off the recent lows here. We mentioned before that this didn't look like it was going to bounce right away and we might double dip, very similar to what we did back here and even a few months ago. And that's kind of how it played out. It came right into the trigger zone here, eventually bounced, and in the previous session here, we drove pretty hard right out of the gate and continued higher throughout the session, eventually closing near the session highs. And now we have a digestion day here. What I mentioned before to our room is that if there's any rejection of these prices in the upper edge, we likely come back toward the previous mid, and from there bulls would look to defend to try to extend this to the upside and retest recent highs at 25.94 half and perhaps beyond. So again, right now we're in a range here. After a major trending market, we've mostly gone sideways here. We've had a couple of rotations up here, but we're mostly going sideways, building out this HVN above 25.40. And that could continue to be the case. And so the idea could be fading the edges with an upward bias. So every time price comes down here and takes out a low, it's an opportunity to return to highs. If price comes up here and can't find acceptance above highs, it may rotate back down. So again, it's an upward bias with the potential to see further overall strength as long as 25.40 remains intact. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. Very similar analysis for the NQ. There we go. Basically, we took out recent lows here, and that was right back into the FOMC key level from November 1st. That's the 62.38. Again, rejected there off the previous lows. And in the previous session here, you see a rejection off the midpoint, a stop run day, and then price pushed to new highs. Again, if you look at this, it's been a very bullish trending market. And up here at these highs, we formed an HVN with a clear LVN at 6,200. And so we could continue to see further sideways to up behavior in this one as well, very similar to the ES. So any pullback that takes out a recent low could be a fantastic short-term buying opportunity back toward recent highs with a shot at seeing further overall strength toward 6,400. Taking a look at crude oil. This one here, we've been looking for signs of strength overall after the recent drop and bounce off of 55s. The idea here was that we had a high range day a few sessions back. We were looking for either digestion or a rejection of recent lows, and instead we got 2 days of digestion and we're now breaking through highs here. One level I mentioned to our group to watch is the 56.25. That's prior support. It's being tested right now. This is kind of a last-ditch effort for bears to defend that area, and if they're successful in rejecting that price, we could see another double dip below recent lows. Again, given the overall bullish trending nature of this market, any pullback and rejection of these lows, again, could provide a bigger swing opportunity to the upside. So right now, we're seeing higher highs and higher lows day over day, and the last hurdle here for bulls is 56.25, and the ability to push beyond that could spark more strength back toward 58. And taking a look here at gold now. So bringing up gold futures here, one thing you'll notice is price continues to chop around recent CVPOC, and it continues to shift up and down as it trades. But this has been weeks now sideways, and it's the same approach right now. Look to fade the edges back to value. Look to fade the lower edges back to value. And if it's trading around VPOC here, you have to be patient and disciplined because there's not a whole lot of edge around this price level. So if you get out here and start to see rejection, it's a great little rotation back to value. At some point we'll see expansion, but it doesn't appear to be on the verge of a breakout anytime soon. So we'll continue to watch for edge plays. All right, that's it for now. Let's see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and happy Friday.